Last time you saw us, we had been confronted by a devastating leak, spent a month breaking things down and trekked across the country and arrived in Oil City just in time to collect the keys to our new home. We moved everything that we owned out of a U-Haul and into our new garage. We had made it. We were in the Sunflower House. Shaken, exhausted, and thrilled to begin the new chapter in our lives, in our new town, in our new home, on our new adventure. Although we were absolutely exhausted, we just couldn't wait to get our small amount of furniture in the house and clean up. With sore muscles, we pushed on in excitement. Little did we know that the real work was about to begin. Pretty much everything we own is still in that garage. There was so much to move, so we spent the week moving boxes and finding new surprises. Found a mummified bat in the house. So that was an interesting discovery. Oh, good morning. The week after, with no rest, we moved more boxes. And more boxes. And more boxes.
A moment of silence for our dolly. It was a good dolly.
It was. The moving continued for what felt like forever. Now, surprisingly, we weren't filling the house. We have some stuff in here, and it feels more like ours now.
Yeah, that pile of stuff in the corner really ties the room together.
At this point, we were exhausted. Our bodies were wrecked. There's still quite a bit left, but at least this is all that's left. The only issue is that both Klee and I, our bodies are pretty destroyed. My legs are on fire. So I think it is time to take it easy. So this stuff can just live in the garage until we don't feel like we're dying. The next day, we decided to take it easy with some light yard work. And by light yard work, I mean tearing out trees and having absolutely no clue what we were doing. Yeah, yard work.
Yeah.
The bane of our existence is yard work.
Why do we suck so bad at yard work?
So bad.
So our yard looks like a bad haircut, and we worked all day to get it looking this way. And we don't have a rake, so we're feeling a little bit like idiots right now, but we're just gonna push through and get it done.
Feeling a little defeated and exhausted, we continued to work through the night, pushing our sense of overwhelm away and continuing to laugh and have fun. Sure, it has been 2 weeks and our garage is still full of stuff. Yes, we are exhausted, but this awful mess we created was our mess in our beautiful house. Feeling reinvigorated, we then decided to tackle a simple project to cap our night off.
Easy task for this evening, and simply hang a new shower curtain rod in the bathroom. But it turns out
I can't get through the wall. I don't know what. Now the flashlight's not working on my phone.
I'm thrilled that it's installed, and hopefully it's really great because I don't think we're ever changing it out.
No, we're not. When buying an old house, and this is something that we knew getting into this, you are going to run into a few issues. So that is a leak. That is coming from this bathroom on the 3rd floor where there was a bunch of signs that said, "Do not turn on the water." And we turned on the water. We had plumbing issues, damaged gutters, leaking on the foundation. Our 2-story garage was not structurally sound. Trees in our yard had grown out of control. Oh, and did I mention plumbing? There was also asbestos removal, and we needed all new electrical. You know what we need? We need
Tractors.
The basement leaks a little bit through one of the foundation walls, so we decided that we were going to do grading yesterday. By the way, this is what it looked like before. Yeah, we suck at yard work. We are terrible at because it rained and it's still leaking. Other than repairs and things like that and yard work, it is Halloween. There's Klee. We've got our candy ready. Made these ghosts because we really didn't have Halloween decorations, and we did buy a pumpkin. It's the only thing they had left.
And we couldn't plug it in.
Yeah, we can't plug it in because that outlet needs to be repaired. All right, you ready for Halloween?
Halloween!
You ready for trick-or-treaters for the first time ever?
I've been ready for my whole life.
And bring out the bowl of candy.
Candy!
These moments are so special. Spending our first Halloween in our new house, on our new street, in our new neighborhood, in our new town. Tell me that's not freaking gorgeous. I freaking love this place. The next day, as repairs continued and mounted, we realized that we were too focused on the repairs. A 3-story house was going to need more than just one chair and a mattress for furniture. Now we're gonna go to antique shops.
Yay!
With a small budget at hand, we were astonished at how much furniture we could afford. There were a plethora of shops and some really unique pieces. We traveled all over Oil City and the surrounding towns over the course of a week and found some wonders. Finally, our house would feel lived in. It would feel like home. Now all we had to do was get our new furniture up all those steps. If I sound winded, it's because I've gone up and down these stairs like a million times today carrying stuff. The house was really coming together. This doesn't mean we didn't run into a few challenges. So whenever we buy anything, whether it is light or heavy, we have two choices to make. Choice number one, go up these stairs. Or choice number two, which is go down these stairs. So no matter what, it's definitely going to be a workout. I think it's official. We've probably lost our minds, but we got a kitchen set. As you can see, there's 8 chairs there. This gorgeous table that is going to go in this space here. And then we found this because we wanted one for upstairs since the one downstairs looks so nifty. Look at this thing. The next day, it finally happened. We had our first contractor that would return our call. They took care of the gutters and the unruly tree in our yard. Finally, something was getting done. The weather was changing, winter was coming, and I was getting worried about repairs. Got our first snowfall.
This hasn't happened to me in a long time.
Right?
You're cute. I bet you a lot of our viewers are like, oh, it's cute now. I got the snow on me. It's so nice looking.
You did get the snow on you. Oh, this is awesome. Look at that. It was our first snowfall in our new home, and it felt magical. However, I couldn't help but think that it would get even harder to get contractors out now that it was getting cold. I pushed that thought away and enjoyed the moment. I've got my ladder out, I've got my style system ready, and time to hang up some artwork. You have no idea how good it felt to cover my walls with my art. It took special drill bits and a lot of patience to put the track system in, but the end results were amazing. Yesterday was a challenge for me. I had cut my gum somehow and it was swollen and my teeth were hurting. Pretty much most of the stuff in here is studio stuff. So this, along with the stuff that's in the basement, still needs to come in, but we're still waiting on the electrical and the asbestos to happen. Unfortunately, the reality was that our studio was closed for months and we had no income. No art studio due to asbestos and leak. No media studio due to old electrical. As money went out and none came in, I decided to just focus on what I can do, even if it was yard work. There are a lot of leaves. Although we were having fun working on the house, trying to figure out finances, and not losing our minds, we felt like we were in need of a fun break. So we went out in style.
Rafi and I are getting ready to go to our first big soiree in Oil City at a semi-undisclosed location, of course, as it's a speakeasy. He looks so dapper.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
It was amazing. It was like being transported back in time. From the building, the delicious drinks, to the beautifully dressed humans. It was a fantastic experience. We hung out with friends, laughed, and filled our soul with the atmosphere that our new home brings. The next day, as they picked up our giant pile of leaves, we finally had some great news. So, my Uncle Rufus is here,
Yes, he is.
working on the electrical, which is awesome. And so the power shall go out in a little bit.
Indeed. Check out how nice this looks.
With the lack of contractors, it was a blessing to have my Uncle Rufus drive out to help redo all our old wiring. As a certified electrician, he had the know-how and I did the grunt work. I was okay with that. While Uncle Rufus was here was when we encountered our first bat
Indeed.
up in the attic. Yep.
We didn't get that on film because we were like,
Bat! 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 Bat!
don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it.
New electrical meant that we could plug in computers and get our media and music studio finally up and running. And the next day, we did something fun and unexpected. We're going to meet with Laura, who is going to write a thing about us. It's funny how every time I walk outside, I see our Halloween stuff, and what I do is look at other people's lawns.
See if they took their Halloween stuff down.
And that pretty much indicates whether or not, I should. Ooh, frost on the window. Look at that. It's been a while since I've seen frost on a window. This is awesome.
Our town is beautiful.
Driving into Oil City, the stunning beauty took my breath away. So we're meeting at Karma Coffee.
Yay, this is the first time we get to go in this place.
Karma Coffee is a cool and fun-looking place, and
The coffee is good,
Yeah.
which is important.
yeah, it is important. Meeting Laura was so much fun, and a few days later, we made the front page. Dude, we made the front page.
The front page, I know, right? That's a first.
Dude, thank you, Laura. We were so inspired by our interview and stoked to finally have our electrical done that we braved the snow and took a late trip out to Home Depot to buy materials for the new media studio. Even our tiny Jeep seemed excited about pushing boundaries. The fact that we're gonna have to carry this up those stairs.
Oh, I've been thinking of that the whole time. We have wood.
We got it in.
It's from dash to hatch. Gotta go from up there to down here.
Through the magic of editing, we got all the stuff down in the basement. We got right to work building our custom media studio desks, designing the place where our future videos and music would come from. It felt good to be working on one of our many creative spaces in our beautiful sunflower house. The next morning, before getting back to work, I had some Mother Nature cleanup to do. Look at that, snowflakes. Ooh. All three of them are different. After shoveling, it was time to create part of our creative playground. This required, you guessed it, stairs.
We're just getting started, and we've already done stairs countless of times.
We love this side of what we do and wanted the space to feel cozy and inviting. We wanted all our creations in the space to reflect that into the world. With new internet and a sense of joy, it was time to take it to the next level. Oh, it's official. We've been working on it all day. So we got started early this morning and we still have maybe about 3 or 4 hours left to do. But the media studio is gonna look freaking amazing.
Yeah, it really is. Look at these boards. There's 18 of them, and I have 4 of them left to go, and then 2 pieces of trim over here, and we'll be set up
Set up.
To set it up.
To set it up, yes.
Yeah.
Fueled by our excitement, we worked through the night, adding all the little tiny elements that would make this place magical. So it's about 1 in the morning, and this is what we have done so far, and Klee is working on the wing backs.
I am attaching poof balls.
Poof balls.
It's very serious business.
It came out perfect and was finished just in time for our next adventure. Today we're doing a setup. We're actually going to do our first small show here in Oil City. As you can see, Klee is getting her case ready. Ta-da! Okay, let's see if I can find my walls. As you can see, the Jeep is not parked in here. And that is because it's not safe. You can see light through the bricks there. And some of the bricks are cracked, so it's not looking good. It's probably gonna cost a lot of money to get that fixed, which sucks. I don't know how we'll pull it off, but hopefully we will. I want our studio back up and running, but for right now I've got my walls. So the biggest challenge that we have doing shows now is there's Klee's box, which was designed in Florida, where we had no stairs. It had been quite some time since Klee and I had done a show together, and although we were both extremely excited, we were a bit rusty.
Note to selves, the jewelry trunk goes behind Klee's seat, but it was already behind Rafi's seat. We just forgot, so we just left it, and he's
Driving like
the Lullaby League. We're here.
We are here.
We're gonna have a look.
But
There's Stu. He's helping us. We're gonna do this thing. It's gonna be awesome. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Good, good. Thank you for meeting us here.
No problem. You see how other people are already set up. Yeah.
Cool. This is a good space.
We love the space. It's a small space. It's an intimate space.
it's good though. I like it. Intimate is a good word.
Yeah, this is a great
So
setting.
you guys can set up. I was thinking if you guys wanted the corner space, it's a pretty good spot.
It's got the outlet.
Perfect.
This was it, our first showing of our art in Oil City, and although it was an intimate space, we were both excited and nervous. So we're all set up. Take a look at this, you guys.
We're off to the show.
Off to the races.
You look very festive.
Yeah, I am festive.
You're festive
Festive,
AF.
festive is my middle name.
Rafi Festive Perez right here.
That's right.
Look at that view. Never gets old.
Nope.
It's really nice out today. How bizarre.
Since we have moved into our amazing home, it has been a race against time, desperately trying to find contractors, making repairs, and finding the fun in everything we do. In this moment, as we shared our art with the beautiful humans of our new town, we felt love, welcoming, and opportunity. The truth is, this is what it's all about, the human connection. This experience left our hearts full of love and anticipation for what's to come. Inspired by the local show, we decided to set up our first ever live stream art show from the Sunflower House, although the pandemic had other plans. We are feeling a little bit under the weather, you guys, but I think we'll be good for the live stream. The next week, we did a virtual show for our online family feeling extremely ill, but felt the love and pushed through it. However, after the show, we hit a wall. There's Klee. Klee's not feeling well today. It was right after the show that we encountered bat number 3, if you count the mummified bat. That one crawled out of the basement, so somehow they're getting into the basement. We are not feeling that great, but we are going to push through so that we could get these out on Monday.
It's true.
It's true.
As long as we have some good music and
Yeah.
cozy area to work, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah. The show had been a huge success and brought in some much needed finances. Thank you so much to everyone that bought artwork from us. You have no idea how much we appreciate that. We managed to package all the art, then proceeded to pass out while they removed the asbestos from the basement. The following Monday, still feeling a little ill, we shipped out the art and decided to put our focus on the growing concern in our walls. Hearing sounds yesterday, we've already had 2 issues where we saw some bats in the house, and we heard sounds yesterday coming from right there. All right, so I'm gonna walk the perimeter and see if I can find any signs of where they might be getting in. We watched all the videos on whether or not bats were getting in, and the one thing that I gotta look for is guano. So I don't think that is where they're getting in. Crap. We set up a camera to capture them in the act, and there it is. See it? See it now? The chimney is the culprit. The asbestos is gone. As you can see, you look at these pipes, beautiful pipes. Now, one of the challenges that we have with this space is that it is quite, well, there's some leaks. That's right, it's been months and we still haven't found a plumber. It just seems like it's virtually impossible to find anybody to come out and do stuff. We're excited about getting it done. The one challenge is that I'm pretty sure that there's a bat down here. That's one of the things that we were looking at. I had found the bat entrance into the house and plugged it up with aluminum foil. Today the plan is to seal up all the holes in here and to kind of like winterproof the basement, since our studio is going to be down here, clean it up a little bit and start building our studio. But it's going to be challenging if there's a bat hiding in here somewhere. Yeah, the best way is to just listen for it. At this point, every sound, every shadow looked like a bat to me. I was on edge. I'm pretty sure the bat is in the pipe. Boiler scared the shit out of me. Hopefully the bat got out, but if not, it's down there somewhere, and most likely we'll find it when we're doing stuff. We didn't encounter a bat, but what we did encounter was growing issues with our plumbing. Having already had one leak devastate our studio in Florida, we would have to put the studio on hold until we found a plumber. Finding people to work on the house has been our biggest challenge. Luckily, we are quite persistent. Very early in the morning, sun's night out, and I'm waiting for Poseidon to show up. They're going to fix the garage, which is great because the garage has been a major worry of mine. Okay, I think these guys are here. Yep. Looks like people are here. The structural integrity of the garage had been on my mind, and fear of collapse was ever present. Luckily, the crew that was out to do the job knew exactly what needed to be done.
You know how when you're a little kid and there's something going on at your house that you have like no working concept of like what's actually happening, but it's really like large scale and cool? It's kind of like that. So that's what's gonna keep our wall together. That's crazy. Dang.
These guys worked for 2 days and seemed to accomplish the impossible, even though the weather started getting miserable.
I think our garage is gonna be good to go, man. I know it's like not the case, but it already looks like our wall is in better shape than it was. Like, it's like the magic of the process that's happening. I'm like, I know the wall didn't move yet, but somehow it looks better.
I wish I could say that it didn't drain our finances, because it did. However, we now have a 2-story structure that is safe for all of our future creative endeavor.
So we're solid American steel.
It is American steel.
Yeah, in all seriousness, that's one of a multitude of reasons we chose this company.
It's good steel.
Yeah.
This is impressive. I'm currently working on the book, and we have a pretty busy day today, and it just got busier because we have the snowstorm, and I don't think I thought about the amount of snow that I'm gonna have to be shoveling. We had gotten so much done, but it was apparent that winter was here, and our studio was still not up and running due to plumbing getting worse. Since Klee and I try to make the most of every situation, despite the desperate need for a plumber, we decided to go out and enjoy the wintry day. There's a big mountain of snow in front of the garage, and I can't get the Jeep in or out. So The Jeep lives out in front now.
For the time being.
For the time being.
Ah,
I just went back there and tried to shovel the snow. I was like, nope,
not happening.
not happening. And there's another snowfall coming right now. 4 inches they're predicting. So 4 more inches on top of all of this. The drive was absolutely beautiful. We decided to stop off at a place that helped decorate the floors in the sunflower house. Can you get out?
Just a little maneuvering.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I didn't think about this iceberg right here.
All right.
Hopefully I didn't
Hopefully we could get out of there.
Yeah.
So this is Clifford's Carpets, and it is one of the places that we have gone to get all the carpets that we need, and this place is awesome. Being at Clifford's Carpets is like walking back in time. Their prices are pretty fantastic, especially for the budget of 2 rug-loving artists.
Yeah, schlep those rug pads.
You guys moved back here for this? What were you thinking?
We kind of love it though.
I can't imagine why.
The worst of it, the hardest part is over.
There you go. It's like playing King of the Mountain to get into the car.
Yeah.
Plumbing work is getting done, and we have a very special situation going on here with our plumbing. So the plumber did a temporary thing for now. He's going to be back tomorrow. So it is day 3 of plumbing.
It is
And
cold outside.
It is cold outside. The plumbing turned out to be an absolute nightmare. With so many old pipes that needed replacing, the scope of the job kept growing. Once the city came out to turn off the main, our problems seemed to multiply, and we felt in over our heads.
Where we are right about now with the plumbing adventure is that we had called the city, as you know, to come and shut the water main off with much effort. It took quite some time to get it shut off, probably because no one has attempted to shut it off for, I don't know, 100 years or something. Once they got it shut off, there was a leak, and apparently it's on our side. Hi there! And so right now we have wood and hay bales.
Hay bales, and it's not even Halloween.
Not even Halloween, and there we are. You know, I want to be like, our thing sprung a leak because they manhandled it, but at the same time, it is what it is.
So it's day I don't even know what of plumbing.
Yes, it's also day I don't know what for me.
So at no point in time did I think to myself that the water, I should have thought about it, but the water would be the thing that was going to be the biggest pain in the ass. Just everything is on hold, and we've been wanting to open up our studio and get things really going for a while now, and it just, the fact that everything is a mess and just waiting on the plumbing, I'm just not excited. When I look at this mess down here, I'm like, ugh. I feel like my studio has been just in havoc since we got the leak several months ago, and it's just, I know that it's patience, little by little, you get there, but man, I want to get there already. As we face the new challenges in our new home, we realize more and more that we have no idea what we are doing, and that's okay, because we are pouring our hearts into everything we do. The house has its challenges. Little did we know that buying our dream home would entail many repairs, some small, some large, and probably some yet to discover. However, the passion and love that we feel for our amazing sunflower house has not diminished. Yes, with an old house, you may get some interesting surprises, but the life, love, and energy that breathes through this old place is unique and beautiful. We are in our town, in our neighborhood, in our home. So with joy in our hearts and a powerful determination to bring love and laughter into the world, we press on. We have work to do, and we will blaze forward with the happy, stupid smiles on our faces, and the rest will come together with every step forward that we take. Hello, awesome humans, and welcome to the Sunflower House. This is going to be our first official, not official tour of the house.
And we're super excited to take you around.
The reason that we are doing a tour right now, even though the house isn't finished, is because we are still dealing with the plumbing debacle. Whether or not our plumbing story becomes a good one or dun dun dun.
But we thought in the meantime, we would show you guys what we have accomplished.
Let's start our tour in the place that makes these videos possible, which is our media studio.
I love our media studio.
When we walk into the media studio, immediately you could see Klee's area for music production.
My very own dedicated music studio. How exciting is that?
I know, back in the day, it was like you had to hide things away in bins, and then whenever you wanted to do music, you would have to like find the things and pull them out, and by the time you did that, it was almost like the inspiration was slowly melting away.
The muse had got tired of waiting and pieced out.
Then, of course, is the media, film, and editing part of what we do, which is these videos and all that stuff. This is my side of the media studio.
Although you can find me encroaching and hanging out on this side often as well.
Yeah, Klee usually encroaches quite a bit.
You like it.
I do. And when we walk out of the media studio and we go down to hall, the hallway is full of artwork. Basically, every wall in this house is covered in artwork. I am so happy about that because before my stuff was just stacked and you could not see what it was, and now my artwork is hanging everywhere.
It's so beautiful, and what a different experience from having it shoved in bins.
Oh God. The next room that we go into is the sewing room / guest room.
Yeah, so this is the room that we have set aside for fabrics and sewing arts and fiber arts and basically anything of that nature.
Your creations that are needle felted. We also have a sewing machine that back in our apartment was in a box that anytime we needed to use it was a big to-do, so we barely used it, and now it's just sitting there just waiting to be used.
It's ready.
And of course this room is also the guest room, which right now it is our room while we work on the other room that will be our room.
Indeed, we have to vacate when the guests come, and that's fine.
Yeah. Then we go down to hall and we go into a room that I have to say I have always wanted, which is a writing room. One of my dreams as a kid was to be an artist, filmmaker, musician, and most importantly, a writer. I love writing, and the fact that I put out a book a few years ago and I'm working on a book now, it just blows my mind. The idea of having a room where I can sit down, gather my thoughts, put my thoughts on a board, and be able to sit down and write is just an absolute dream come true. The fact that we have a house now where I have a room that is dedicated to my writing.
I know. And I can't think of a better writing space. Like, it's secluded, but it's not isolated. You have a view. It's like the quintessential writing room.
It is. And I love the old wallpaper in there too. Like, I want to keep the old wallpaper because it's kind of creepy. It has a little bit of a creepy vibe to it.
A little bit.
I like it. As we go down the stairs and you can see more artwork up on the walls, we enter the entrance area. As people walk into this room, they'll be greeted by a sculpture. They'll be greeted by our wall of fame. These are all the newspaper articles and stuff that we've come out in. And from that room, it's open to the gallery room. In the gallery room, right now, we have our projector up because that's also our entertainment room. That's where we hang out at night and watch movies.
Yes, and it probably won't always be the projector room, but the idea here was to make the gallery room also a really cozy space where people could enjoy just hanging out.
Oh, and this is cozy.
By the way, you guys, this wasn't pre-recorded. We really do still have our Christmas decorations up.
Yeah, as you can see behind my head, there it is. One of the gifts that we have is sitting on the couch, and I gotta say, it blew me away.
Me too. I cannot believe it. It is so amazing. Oh, wow. It's double-sided.
Next, we walk into our gallery / office. This is where we do all of our businessy type stuff when it comes to doing an art career. And also more wall space to display art and more coziness. And I love this room. This is one of the rooms where, you know, when we're sitting there and we're looking at the website and we're hanging out, discussing what our plans are for the day, we're sitting there with our cup of coffee. I I love this space.
It's wonderful. It doesn't feel like an office.
No. Then from the office, you walk into our magnificent kitchen. I have to say that I have never been so blown away by a layout of a kitchen. I love our kitchen.
Yeah, our kitchen
Love.
is amazing.
From the kitchen, we go down this extra hallway and we go into what is our half bathroom.
Which I lovingly refer to as our chandelier bathroom, even though it doesn't yet have a chandelier.
At some point, with the wallpaper and just the way that this little space looks, we want to make it very extravagant. So a chandelier is definitely in order. Next, we go to the back of the house and we enter the utility room, which, you know, at first seeing it, it's just kind of like a utility room with a laundry machine and whatnot. But this is awesome.
People think I'm kidding when I say that the utility room is one of my favorite rooms in the house, but I truly mean it. Laundry is a joy. It's beautifully lit. It has views of the backyard. It's just
surrounded
the best.
by windows. I mean, it's an awesome space. Next, we go down into the work in progress that is our studio. Of course, with the plumbing issues, the studio has had to be put on hold until we take care of the plumbing. But as you can see, this is a big space. We have a 3-compartment sink. We have plenty of room for storage. This is way bigger than what we had as a studio back in the apartment.
Yeah, the potential here is amazing.
So this is definitely something that I'm dying to get done. Then we go out into a building that we haven't really featured all that much, and that's our garage. As you guys know, we got our garage fixed. I'm looking forward to setting up a lapidary outdoor type studio down in the bottom section. And upstairs we have plenty of room for our adorable Jeep. And also the plan is to turn this into the woodworking area. Basically, we have room for all the different art that we want to create.
Yeah.
So I'm just so stoked. As we traverse the plumbing issues and all the other challenges that we've run into in our beautiful sunflower house, it is easy for me to say that we are at home. And it's amazing to me that every morning we wake up and we get to be astonished once more by the beauty of this house, the warm, cozy feeling that we feel walking through our rooms, up our stairs, down our hallways in our beautiful sunflower house. So every night our window candles light up and light our way home because we are home. That's it, you guys. That's what we have done so far.
I hope you guys enjoyed our tour of the sunflower house and what we've accomplished, as much as we adore being here and working on the things.
Yeah, so I want to give a big shout out to our neighbors. I want to give a big shout out to Oil City, the residents here, the humans that live here. You guys have been so welcoming. We weren't even able to feature everyone that has just welcomed us to this community. Thank you guys so much. We love this place. And yeah, that's it. You want to say goodbye?
Mwah.
Adios.